Water. It's so important to get water into your body every day. Water is one of Mother Nature's best things that we can have for our body. It doesn't have calories, doesn't have carbs, doesn't have anything other than what our body needs, which is we need water. We're made up of mostly water. So we're gonna do it in a way that you will not believe. This is called Asobu. This is our FlavorIt to Go water bottle infuser 2-pack. The HSN price today is the best price we've ever done by $10. You're gonna get 2 of these for $19.95. Carrie Miletto, I want you to come right out because this you need to actually see in action. It is the coolest thing ever.
Yes.
Made out of the most amazing Triton material. It's gonna last you forever, but it allows us to take our ordinary, boring waters and turn them into absolute anything that we want.
Absolutely. So, you know, as you were saying, I mean, this is the new year. We think about, oh, I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to do all these things. But the thing we forget is water is so important. And for me, if I don't have something with me, I forget to drink. So with Asobu, what we've done is we've given you a fashionable bottle that also has a lot of function to it. The lid actually comes off to have a little handle here so that if you want to attach this to a backpack, to your bike, to wherever it is that you're going to be, it's easy to handle that way. It actually is going to have a little clip here that's actually for where you're going to drink out of. Notice that the silicone is there, which is actually going to create a non-leaking seal. That is very important if you're going to put this in your bag, if maybe you have electronics in there or your fitness bag for later in the day. The last thing you want is to open up your bag and have everything all wet. The next part that's awesome about this, it's all about infusion. So we're going to jump right in and show you different ways that you can use this. Now, first and foremost, you can keep your bottle just as a water bottle. So I always want to make sure to point that out. If you just put the lid on top and walked like this, you could use it that way. But the more fun thing about this, it comes with the infuser. So everything that you have in your house becomes usable. So let's start off with probably the most widely used and known way is just to do some citrus. What you may or may not realize is if you've ever been to like a spa or to, you know, a lot of the gyms and things like that, they'll have infused water sitting out in the lobby and you go, why do they do that? Hotels do it too, actually. It's a really great way to give you hydration, to give you some, you know, through the water, to give it just a little bit of a taste. And nowadays, what we seem to do is we get a lot of those different brands that add the taste to your water. But a lot of those have sugar in them. They have artificial flavorings in them. If you look right now at like, you know, a lot of these kind of things that you can buy, and they say, oh, it's got infusion. But look at the, look at the color of it to begin with.
They're putting some kind
This one's my favorite. So you look at that. Okay, it's supposed to be pink grapefruit, but pink grapefruit just does not really look like that when you actually, you know, if you did it yourself. So being able to start fresh, put in what you know, right from the water to the actual fruit.
So awesome.
Maybe you have trees, you know, citrus trees. Maybe you have your own herbs that you want to use. The fact that you have this means that you're doing it the freshest way possible. And once you fill it for the day, this is a 20-ounce Triton plastic. So what that means, as you fill this each day, we're supposed to have approximately 8 glasses of water. This is 20 ounces, so that's gonna give you a little over 2 glasses. So if you fill this 3 times and you can keep the same fruit and keep reusing it, you've now gotten your water for the day. It's a good way to keep track. So fantastic, and I love how the bottle is designed as well. They put a lot of effort into making sure that it's sealed properly, that you can carry it. Look, you can even strap this onto something on a backpack or whatever you need to do with it. But when I look at this, what I think of, and you're right, there's a very famous hotel down the street from my house called the Don Cesar. Don Cesar always has a big beautiful crystal water things out filled with fruit wherever you go. And to me it reminds me, I mean, I look at these like spa in a bottle. That's what this is. This is like a little spa experience inside a bottle that you take wherever you go. And think about that. You know, you're not getting all this super jacked up sugar of pineapple, but the essence of pineapple in your water delivered a little bit at a time. So you get that great flavor. It's refreshing. I think people will drink more water when it's got flavor in it. That's the idea. Because, you know, water can be so boring, and that's why, for me, that was why I didn't drink much water at all. Think about it. And then I end up drinking sodas, or I end up drinking, you know, other items that may not be the best for me, and then, or I don't drink at all. And so having this in my path, having this on my desk at work, having this, you know, in that car holder, and if these all fit in your car holders in your cars, being able to have it right there means you're probably gonna drink more. What's important about this, by the way, since we mentioned cars, if you've been drinking water out of bottles like this, we all know this in the heat, not a good idea. This in the heat, totally fine. It's a Triton, we hope the Triton
Material's
Advantage.
amazing,
It's
yeah.
a BPA free, it does not leach, it's odorless. So even if you wanted to put a tea in here, you wanted to make a flavored tea.
Make it hot, yeah.
If you wanted to make it a little hotter, maybe even you put a coffee in there, you could totally do that. But what's nice is when you wash this out, you're not gonna have any leftover odor or flavor from anything else.
And it doesn't leach out, which is very, very important, because you can't say that about the bottles that aren't BPA free. And that's how these were designed is all about it. Okay, so here's the good news for you. Is that the last time I did this with you was $29.95 for 2 bottles.
Sure.
We dropped the price by $10. It's our health and wellness event. We want everybody to get as much water as they possibly can. So keep one at work, keep one at home, give one to the kids. You know, it makes a great lunch bottle for the kids to take whatever they want to take in there. And you don't have to, you know, you can put water in there or whatever you want. Heck, you could put, like we said, iced tea and then put the lemon inside the little infuser. You could put, here's my favorite thing. I have these and I use it with fresh mint for my iced tea. I'll put mint leaves and a piece of lemon in the little tube, excuse me, and then I put it in and then I just leave that there all day and it's amazing. By the end of the day, that's the best iced tea. And you could put it in the night before if you wanted a little more infused, but look at how beautiful. And whether it's regular water, sparkling water, which I think you have there.
Sparkling water right here.
That is the best club soda, flavored infused club soda you've ever had in your life. This is $20 for 2. I'm telling you, you're not gonna find this value anywhere else. We also have the infused water book. I wanted to remind everybody of that. This is right here, and I'll just put it up in front of the table. Inside here, by the way, sorry, I keep moving it, but there are tons and tons of ideas and recipes for it. I'm skipping, of course, over all the pictures. But anyway, there's lots of different ideas, 98 different waters that you can do.
Correct.
It gives you great ideas on how you can have fun with this thing in addition to just
think about that.
enjoying the good health aspect.
Different ways just to put things
in
your water,
right?
Would we even think of that? You know, and using that book is a great way to get started because there's also a lot of things I never thought of. You know, if you're trying to hydrate more, cucumber is a fabulous way to hydrate.
Yeah.
So you could
That's like spa water right there.
Exactly.
Right?
So placing that right in your infuser, it gets you going for the day. You can mix and match. I have everything from cinnamon. You can do ginger.
You want to do something awesome?
So great for us. There you go.
Do cucumber and mint.
There you go. So push a little mint in there.
That's all good.
And, and nothing goes to waste. Get a little more mint for me, actually. Nothing goes to waste. So if you had, you know, for me, sometimes I like to make a fresh salad the night before, but then I don't finish the rest of the cucumber. So now your cucumber becomes, thank you, sir, what goes into your drink the next day. So I love that you can always make use out of your fresh fruits and vegetables and even your herbs.
So everybody, how it works here.
So over here, what I was pointing out before that we didn't really get a chance to mention, please notice there's a built-in filter. What that means is those little bits that may get into your water and otherwise, if there was not a filter, it's already built in. You don't have to worry about it. So when you come down to the bottom...
I'm not going to be spitting out little chunks of mint.
Exactly. So, and especially with the citrus, that can be a problem. So being able to do that just slides right in. You get it nice and tight, and then you come up to the water bottle, and then this just screws on nice and tight as well. Remember, as I was saying, 2 things that are important about this. A, we've included the lid to be able to carry it there, and also the way that it hinges with the silicone there. So you see the silicone goes all the way down.
You're never going to drip.
You're not going to have any issues. I can completely hold this upside down. I'm not going to have any leaking. This is also impact resistant. What does that mean? It means if this falls, if this goes, I got scared.
Gary.
I should have told you.
Gary's a little angry this morning.
How about you're riding your bike and it accidentally falls off onto the ground? Well,
hopefully you'll be okay if it falls to the ground.
You don't want it to break. This is important stuff. So it is.
Well, and you're giving it to kids, and you know kids are going to dump the thing on the ground. If your kids are taking this and they're out on their skateboards, I like to give it a little shake before I leave the house, and that kind of activates it if you're in a little bit of a hurry. And let me tell you, as the day wears on, this just gets better and better and better. Keep it in the fridge. If the nice thing about getting 2 of these, well, first of all, the best thing is you should be getting them both for yourself, because honestly, you need to go through that much water on a regular basis, and you can refill these over and over without having to change out the ingredients that you put into the little infuser area of this. So like that cucumber and mint, we can fill that 4 or 5 times and still get that great flavor.
And here I'm actually, let me see if I can fit 2 cinnamon sticks in here.
You doing a cinnamon water?
So I'm doing cinnamon and apple. How yummy is that? That takes it right to like almost like a dessert, level.
You can do a cold chai tea and put some little cinnamon sticks in there.
Oh my gosh, such a great idea. So see, it just really activates your imagination. There really is no wrong way to do this. And as I mentioned before, on those days where you just want water, you've got this high quality Triton material bottle where you can just leave the infuser out and just use it as a water bottle. So you're getting two. I think what I didn't get a chance to really talk about is we sell one of these for almost $19 all day long. And if you go to any of your stores, like your regular stores where you buy water bottles and things, all day long, $12 to $20 for a nice, good Triton bottle, absolutely. So the fact that we did two of these was because we want your family to be able to have, you know, whether you want to do the red and the yellow, or whether you want to do
give them the colors there while you're
the
there.
blue and the green. So you can pick red and yellow, you could pick blue and green, or you can do what we call charcoal. It's kind of like almost a black, but it's like a charcoal gray almost. So you can get two of the same, or you can get two different colors. So if you're a household of two, you know, it's nice to know, well, this is mine, this is hers, vice versa. Or if you're a family of four, maybe you want to get two sets of these. Everyone has their color. They know which bottle is theirs. How fun can it be in the morning to kind of have some chopped up different things out? Everyone fills their bottles and heads out for the day.
I think it's so impressive to when I see people carrying these things around. I'm always interested in what they're doing with their water. And I find it, you know, it's, you do something like this and instantly you become like a pretty serious person about this stuff. And it's very cool though, isn't it?
It's
like, you see somebody and they've got like strawberries in their water and you're like, who's more together than that person? Look at how, that is so cool. And all you did, you took some strawberries and you put them in a tube and you stuck it in the water, but it looks so fancy. And honestly, it tastes so refreshing. It's so amazing. Good job, my dear. When are you coming back?